Just asked Dick why they expanded from 5 to 7 games in the playoffs when they can get the job done in 5. And
the almighty dollar.
Yeah?
Yes, if you've seen those ballparks, you know, expand it out a little more.
Why don't they go to 10 or 15?
Yeah, they may just do that next time around. The Blue Jays and Royals, Game 6 of their American League playoff tonight. The Blue Jays have but one task. They want to win tonight to clinch the title and look ahead to the World Series. But face it, the Royals bounced back and are now looking to stay alive.
I don't know why I've had success hitting against them. They've always had a very good pitching staff, and maybe it's just whenever we play the Blue Jays, for some reason I've got my stroke going, and when my stroke's going, I think I can hit anybody.
But it can't just be George Brett. The Royals have to band together to get this one.
I think the thing that we have going for us is that I think if anything, George needs maybe a little help, and if we can keep George in the ballpark, our chances, of course, of winning is good. But number one, we have to score, and if we score and it's hitting as a team, then I think everything else should be academic.
Yeah, it should be. The Royals put their hopes on young Mark Gubicza. He has got a big task ahead of him.
Really don't intimidate. I mean, there's worse than that, like Fenway and stuff. There's a little bit more home runs there, so I feel home runs I don't give them up too often anyhow, so I feel pretty good about pitching there.
He's a quality pitcher. We're not groping. I'm not looking for a guy that I don't know what he's going to do, because he's pitched good this year against good ball clubs.
He has done that. The weight of the Royals now is really where it is, right on their shoulders. They must win to force another game. Well, the only American League action is the only action slated for today. Game time, of course, tonight, 8 p.m., right here on Channel 8. What do you think? Is Hugh Green jinxed? The guy gets the big trade to Miami Dolphins, tells everyone now he's happy, he's with a winner, but he isn't. Even with the trade, Hugh Green is yet to be in a winning team's locker room this year. The Dolphins did not look good thanks to the Jets last night, especially Freeman McNeil, who you see here. This is just one of his runs. He totaled 174 yards rushing. His total production was 209 yards, almost 20 yards better than the entire Dolphins offense. Speaking offense, Steve DeBerg should feel a little bit better. Marino was definitely off his game. That wobbler came up green and white. Jets win the game 23-7. This coming Sunday, the Battle of Florida, the Bucs in the Orange Bowl against the Dolphins. I see the Dolphins being made 13-point favorites. I think the odds were up before last night's game. If the Buccaneers play the kind of defense they did against the Rams and they can keep the ball in the hands of the guys dressed in Buccaneer uniforms, they stand a shot at making a bad memory of the Jets even worse. The college football polls out. Yes, we must compare, mustn't we? Well, let's do that. UPI and AP. There was disagreement once you get past Iowa as the top pick of both. The main difference is no Florida in the UPI poll because of the NCAA sanctions. Then jumping down out of the top 10, the Florida State Seminoles faring better by UPI, finishing 2 spots ahead of their finish in AP. Well, if you were at Tampa Stadium Sunday, then you know it was hot, and it seemed to get hotter. But through the lens with photographer Dave Cook, he found some like it hot.
When the heat is on, some feel the heat and decide that they can't go on. Some like it hot, but you can't tell how hot till you try. Some like it hot, so let's turn up the heat till we fry. Some like it hot. Some like it hot.
And if you like it cool for fishing, 2 a.m. to 5:30 tomorrow morning's the best.
Perfect hours, won't be crowded.
Right.
Yeah. Flying the friendly skies over Florida just became a little more expensive today. We'll have that story when the News Watch continues.
It's not blood, it's red ink, but it might as well be because it's draining your company. And you're using more and more of it every day on unnecessary costs for health care. National Medical Management can help. We'll design a health plan that will reduce your costs but not your quality. National Medical Management, providing total health care with AvMed and preferred medical systems. Call 1-800-535-WELL.
Welcome to the real world of dairy goodness. Experience nutritious, delicious, real dairy delights. Luscious cheese, rich sour cream, smooth milk, tangy yogurt, creamy cottage cheese. All healthy and wholesome, loaded with protein, vitamins, and calcium. Look for the real seal for real dairy flavor. Welcome to the real world.
Next time a Delta, Pan Am, or American Airlines pilot says fill it up while in Florida, he'll also be saying pay up to his passengers. Today, those airlines passed on to their customers part of the cost of the state's new aviation fuel tax. We'll see an increase of $1 in our fares on those airlines. This is only for flights which originate in Florida.
Thank you for being with us. And now, NBC Nightly News.
Good evening.
More terrorists are arrested in Rome. Twin bombings rock Salt Lake City, and a new job for Richard Nixon.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. The hijacking of the Achille Lauro